Welcome back to the Market Navigator channel. My name is Corey, and in this series, I'm teaching you how to build a robust stock portfolio tracker that allows you to track all of your stocks and other securities across all of your portfolios. In the last video, we learned how to create a custom number format with colors and symbols that give us a quick visual as to our top performers and our low performers. In this video, we'll learn how to create daily change statistics using the Google Finance function built into Google Sheets. This daily change data will be on both our individual portfolios and on our new dashboard. In the next video, we'll learn how to use this data to power graphics and other powerful analytics. Before we begin, click the subscribe button below so you can be notified of all new Market Navigator videos and stay up to date with the progress of the portfolio tracker and dashboard that we're building together. Let's get started. To begin, let's start with our investment portfolio. We'll want to add in a new column. Let's add it next to column H for total gain and loss. And actually, let's go ahead and add a second column as well. The first column is going to be daily gain loss in dollars, and column I is going to be daily gain/loss in percentages. Similar to columns J and K here for dollars and percentages, except the difference here is that columns H and I relate to today's gains and losses versus J and K, which relate to total gains and losses for all time. The formula for daily gain and loss in dollars is actually quite simple. Google gives us a handy Google Finance attribute that we can use for this. So we can enter equal sign to get into the formula. Google Finance. We're going to use column A2, which is our symbol. And the attribute that we're looking for is called change. If we type that in, we hit enter, we'll see that Apple has lost $3.99 today. We can actually improve this statistic a little bit more by multiplying the daily change by the quantity that we have. And what that does is it tells us for this entire holding in this investment portfolio, the Apple holding has lost $7.98 today. Now we can copy that down. The next thing we're going to want to look at is the daily gain and loss in percentage. And the way we do that is we take the daily gain and loss in dollars and we divide it by the total market value. And if we press enter, we'll actually see that this is formatted as dollars. So we're going to want to update that to percentages. So we can use the percent that we created in the last video. Click that. And there you go. So Apple, this holding for Apple in the investment portfolio has lost 3% today. Overall, we've lost 42%. We can copy that down as well. You'll note here that we're getting a division by zero error. The reason that we're getting that is our total gain and loss for today is $0. And our total market value is also $0. So we're actually dividing 0 by 0, which is not possible. So what we can do to fix this is we can wrap the entire function in an if error, and we can put 0 if there's an error. So essentially, if there's an error, we'll put 0. And if there's no error, we'll divide H5 by G5. There you go. And that disappears. We can copy that up as well. And you'll notice nothing has changed there. All right, so let's actually copy this over to our retirement portfolio. We can just highlight columns H and I. We can copy, go over to our retirement portfolio. Let's insert 2 columns in here to act as placeholders, and we'll hit paste. And there we go. And you'll see that our portfolio is now updated with the daily gain and loss for our retirement portfolio. So now you're probably wondering, what about our dashboard? Well, let's take a look at that next. The first thing we're going to want to do is add some columns here as well. Let's do new column, and the same thing here. Let's do daily change in dollars, and let's do daily change in percent. There you go. Let's just format this a little bit nicer. Now the daily change in dollar is actually quite easy. And the way that we'll do that is we'll use the same indirect formula that we use for cost basis and market value. We can actually just copy this over. Let's copy that formula and we'll paste it in right here. And the column that we're actually looking for is not column G, but rather we're looking for column H to sum up column H. Let's go back to our dashboard and update the range that we're summing up to column H. There you go. Our daily change is negative $23 for the investment portfolio and $9.66 for the retirement portfolio. And let's just validate that. So the daily gain and loss for our retirement portfolio is negative 9.66. And in our dashboard, same thing. Now for this total row, we can just copy over the sum from market value and we'll get the same thing here. The one thing we probably want to do though is format this using that fancy formatting that we have over here. There we go. The daily change percent is going to be a little bit different because again, the percentages are relative to the daily change amount. So we're going to have to do something a little bit different here. And just like on the investment and the retirement portfolio for the percentages, what we want to take is the sum of H, column H, divided by the sum of column G. And a quick way that we can do that is we're already summing up column H here, and we're already summing up column G here. So we can do equal sign, take our daily change amount, divide that by the market value, and hit enter. Again, we're going to have to format this as a percentage. And there you go. Our daily change for the investment portfolio is negative 1.25%. We can copy that down. Now, what about our total here? Well, the same thing is true. We can take the daily change, divide it by the market value, hit enter. We are going to have to format this as a percentage. We'll do that. And there you go. Now, before we wrap up this video, I did want to show you a couple things. Let's say you didn't want to see your daily change all the time. What if you want to hide that? Maybe once in a while you want to come and take a look at this. Well, you can select columns D and column E, go to View, go to Group, and select Group columns D through E. And what that does is it gives you a handy little selector to show and hide your daily change. And we can do the same thing for investment. For column H and I, go to View, Group, there you go. And then finally, we can do that for our retirement portfolio as well. Go to View, Group, and there you go. And that allows you to show and hide that. So that's it for this lesson. As always, I'll link a sample project file for you to reference in the description. If you liked this video, hopefully you can click the thumbs up icon below. If you want to follow along in this series, hit that subscribe button. And if you want to be notified when I post the next lesson in this series, hit the bell icon as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.